Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Inner Healer. I'm Shakri, and today we're going to be talking about situationships. Why are we talking about situationships? Well, I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, yo, you're out of touch. You're out of touch. Nah, like you have a fairy tale. Like everybody don't have that fairy tale. So you have to give it to them raw. You gotta get back in your bag and go for what you know. In my opinion, there are pros and cons to situationships. And why do I say it's pros and cons? And why would I even say that a situationship would be something for you? Because not everybody is ready to commit. Everybody's not at the stage in their life where they want to commit. Some people are still working on themselves, but they still want a companion. Some people are just at the point where they're just like, I'm young. I don't want to settle down. Settling down is not what I'm after right now. And they're after a career. They're after schooling. They're after a hobby that they're into. They're chasing something else, and just having a companion is something good for them, but not something that they want to take serious. So when she put it to me like that, like as far as get back in your bag and go for what you know, I had to really sit back and think. And there's pros and cons to it, and you just have to know what works for you. Because a situationship essentially is still a relationship. It's some kind of relationship. It's something that you guys are doing together, and it's something that you agree upon at the beginning. That's the key thing to any kind of relationship. It's something that you both agree upon at the beginning. Now, no, that doesn't mean that you guys are going to be sleeping with each other and then sleeping with other people. Like, sis, we not with all that knocking pH balances off. But what I am saying is you're casually dating. So you would be just casual, we kick it here and there. Everybody has a way that they want to conduct their life, and you have that right to live your life the way that you desire to live your life. Because being you unapologetically is ultimately what you should do. As long as you agree upon something, then there no harm, no foul. But communication is key in any kind of relationship, because let's be real, the woman is going to be, and then let's go into, I guess, a con to that is us as women, we're naturally emotional. So giving our bodies away to a man, we have to have some kind of emotional attachment to this man. So essentially, that would be a con, because you might want to get more serious, and he's looking at it like, we agreed upon in the beginning that we wasn't going to be exclusive, but we was going to go together when we get together. But as long as you agree upon that. No, when I say communication, you sit down and you talk about it. If this isn't what he wants to do, if you want to go further, then now that's where you have to make that decision. Are you going to keep on going knowing that you want something, so ultimately you're going to be hurting yourself in the process? Or are you going to walk away? You're going to go back to the drawing board because maybe you caught feelings and you weren't supposed to catch feelings. And then now you're like, it's time to let it loose, because we don't want the same things. And then also in communication, you have to let it be known that you want exclusivity. But I don't know if you can even be exclusive with someone that you didn't mark your territory. Like, you guys didn't mark your territory. You didn't say, I'm trying to take this thing further. I'm trying to see where this thing is going to go. You agreed upon just friends with benefits. I see you when I see you. It's like you can't expect them to be exclusive. So now that's where it comes in. Like, is that something that you want to put up with? Because that can knock off your pH balance. That can make that thing be not good to for nobody. So you have to weigh your options. Is that what you want? Is that what you're willing to put up with? And in these things, in these situationships, you just have to play the game as long as you are able to play the game, if that's what you want to do. Because some situationships can turn into like long term, but if if you're if you're not setting boundaries from the beginning, if you're not setting it where this is what I want, because probably that's not what you want. Like we talked about in the beginning, that might not be what you want at that time because you're focused on something else. So what we have to do is we have to learn the art of detachment when in these situations. And that deals with Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign that will help you deal with detachment. Aquarius is also the sign of friends with benefits. So you come in, you get what you want. In a sense, this is your friend. So you come in, you get what you want, and then you also have to make sure that you're smart about this. You really, really have to be smart about this because you have to realize that sex creates babies. So when you're doing the do with this person, you have to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be someone's baby mother. You're going to put yourself in a situation where you're protecting yourself. You are not being vulnerable to a situation where you are being left with a baby and you were not in a committed anything with this person. You guys were only supposed to have fun and then things turned serious. And a lot of times this is something that can happen also. Things can turn serious, not just someone falling in love, but the pregnancy. Someone can get pregnant, and then when you get pregnant, guess what happens? You have to really deal with this person. There is no, oh, well, I don't like, I want to cut this off and then we can just not talk anymore. No. So this is, in a sense, you have to be careful of the things that you're doing when in these situationships. You're not being in this situation and you're not being the one that's like, oh yeah, well, you can take the condom off. No, there is going to be no taking of the condom off. You're going to protect yourself from any potential STDs and you're going to protect yourself from pregnancy. You have to. And then you also have to know that we teach people how to treat us. So if you're giving that signal that that's what you want, then remember, it's all about your cooperation in this. So if you are cooperating in this, then there's no harm, no foul. There's nothing that anyone can do, nothing that anyone can say, because you know what you're getting yourself into. But if you want that royal treatment and to be treated like the queen that you know that you are, then you're going to set those boundaries in the beginning. You're going to lay down a law. You're going to know, he's going to know that you're not one of them. You're not someone that he can play with. He's going to know straight off the rip that you're one who is not going to give away her body without commitment. And that video was on situationships. If you like what you heard in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Peace.